So how do I get fresh turmeric when I want it? I take this plant, I reach inside the soil, and then I just snap off a piece. Get all the earthworms or anything. Look at that. And now I have fresh turmeric. Cover it back, and this is how I get fresh turmeric out of my turmeric and ginger table. Oh my ginger and turmeric table. Can you remember just a few months ago how beautiful and green and lush it was? It was such a sight to see. And now it looks like nobody took care of it. But nope, that's what it does here. In the winter, it dies back and it hides way down deep inside your pots. And I always grow turmeric and ginger in containers. Let's see what's going on in one of the containers. So I'm going to empty some of these and see what's going on. Just a few today, and then I'll come back and start setting this up so I'll be ready to go in the spring. Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California, and I'm on my little phone, so we can't do a whole lot. I decided because we've still got such bad weather, and it's going to be, now they're saying it could be in the 30s. I don't know, in the next couple days. I need to get all this out or start to think about it. So I decided what I was going to say is dump one, and I decided to go with turmeric. And you know what? That is not bad. All that from maybe 2 pieces, if that size. And you know what was funny? I was digging in it and I couldn't find it. And when I dumped the orange bucket upside down, all the turmeric was on the very bottom. That's what I tell you. Ginger grows along the top. You can see it, that there's ginger in there. Oh, there it is. It grows very close. See, here it is. I knew that. See that? This is ginger. I've got all my ginger tagged with that. And see that? It's on the top and it will go down too. I want to keep this covered till I get to it. But that was all on the bottom. I couldn't find any turmeric on the top. So now you know, if you're removing your turmeric from the top, it's going to continue to grow on the roots, all those rhizomes on the bottom. That is the way turmeric grows. It grows along the top and it continues all the way down in your container. So keep that in mind to not plant turmeric in anything too shallow. So when I turned it completely upside down, there it was. So I'm going to do this in the next few days. I'm going to set it up a lot differently than I did last year. Last year I came out, I tipped everything, threw everything in a tub and forgot about it. This year what I'm going to do, hopefully this week if it dries up, is get everything tipped, and maybe even little by little, and then put the bucket back set up. I'm going to collect leaves, leaves like that, and I'm going to put them on the bottom, maybe even some tree leaves that from the pepper trees, and stuff it on the bottom and leave about 5 inches from the top. And then when I want later on, when the weather warms up, come April, we'll start doing it in April, I can get it all planted. Everything I put in there will already have broken down, and there was already earthworms in here, so I won't have to worry about anything like that. Will everything be broke down? It'll all be broke down. Normally, I do it all at one time, but here's the problem. I never get to it in time. So this year, I'm going to have it all ready, prepped, and I'm going to go through my bird garden, collect a bunch of yellowing leaves, stuff all these, let them break down, start to compost as I'm waiting for the weather to warm up, and then I will put my turmeric and ginger back in their pots and maybe put some soil from another tote on top, and they will be ready to go. So this is how I did the whole table. You can see sometimes I put one piece in like that. If I have a nice little piece, just put it in the center. See how nice and fresh it is? This is from ours that we grew here. Wonderful. And just kind of pat it in. This is after I've already filled the bottom of it with leaves and different things, and then I put some soil on the top there. Now, this is the turmeric that I've got, that I grew. Kind of put it back. Doesn't matter which way those roots are going, it's going to regrow anyways. Push it in, and that's basically it. This is how easy it is to grow turmeric. And you only have to cover the top 1 to 2 inches of soil with that. Just kind of sit it any way you want, because those sprouts coming up are going to know their way to go. See that? That's where it's going to grow from. You could also go smaller if you wanted to too. And I label my turmeric with pink stakes. This way I can just look at it and know, oh, that's turmeric, especially when all the leaves die back. So I stick those in. It's from the tote lids. And then the light colored ones, kind of a lime colored, that's for ginger. And then that's it. Just put some soil on top and cover them up. And that is how easy it is to grow turmeric. You can put one piece in like I did here. And then sometimes I put 2 pieces in. If they're small, I'll put 2 pieces in. Pat it in. Make sure they're well covered, but you don't have to bury them real deep. Believe you me, they find their way up and they find their way down. You can use soil you had in another container, or you can use potting soil too. Now all you have to do is water it and make sure all your pots have good drainage. And that's how fast you can get turmeric and ginger planted. That is a great bunch of turmeric coming from just a couple little pieces that was in that one bucket. Good job. I think so. And you know what? Before I sign off, if you can find organic turmeric at your store, go ahead and get a couple pieces and plant it. You can plant it right now in the house, like you would any house plant. Put it in a window. You may not see anything right away, but you don't know. It might start growing right away, and then as soon as it grows and you've got the weather warm, you can put it outside. Even in the pot you had it in, or you can transplant it. They're real easy on moving around. So think about it. Go look around the store. Make sure it's organic. And hopefully it wasn't irradiated or anything. So far we've been okay, but I haven't bought it. You know, when we bought ours, we did get ours at the store. Every store is different, but go ahead and try a piece or two. You have nothing to lose. Plant it, and you'll be ready for the spring. And remember, they like warm nights above 50 degrees. Even warmer, they really prefer 60, and then you can get it outside. But in the meantime, you'll have a beautiful houseplant as soon as it starts to grow. And tonight, we get to eat turmeric. You can put it in stir fry. You can grate it up and put it in a salad. You can eat it raw. You can eat it cooked. We eat it both ways. You can do anything you want with it. Add it to your favorite dishes. Add it to soup. It's so healthy and so nutritious. So now, with that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. So, a quick recap. Just remember, turmeric likes warm weather, and it does want to be watered, but it doesn't want to be waterlogged. Keep it watered, and if it's cold, under 60 degrees, don't put it outside, because if it gets wet and cold, you'll end up having it rot in your containers or in the ground. And in the winter, if you're not going to eat it all and you're not going to freeze what you want to keep, just wrap it up in some newspapers. Keep it fairly dry. When the weather is right, you can just pop them in the pots, get them back outside, and they will grow. So now I'm going to put it back, and I better dump this water. I can dump it anywhere. I'm going to dump it in here because I've hopefully removed it all. I'm going to leave the steak on the top. And that's what I was going to say. See that little piece? If I leave something I didn't know that was in there, that small, it will grow into a massive amount of turmeric. And right now, I just want everything to settle down and wait till I come back. But I do want to make sure that all the earthworms and everything that was in there are out. In the meantime, I'll just let that sit there. And I'll let that slowly drain out and get that into the house. Oh, that's so cool.